What is something unrealistic that you often see in movies that annoys the hell out of you? The standard car flips over 5 times and catches on fire, and every single time, Vin Diesel walks out unscathed. Worse still because he's not even been cast in the film. Need a guy out of plot for a little while. Why not just hit him on the head really hard? Yeah, he'll probably just have a nap and a 10-second headache when he wakes up. When people slice the palm of their hand open for a drop of blood, that shit will take forever to heal. Just prick your finger. Damn. Somebody writing flawless code in 60 seconds. Most hackers in films even hack into highly secured government websites within seconds. Heck. Next time you see two characters having a conversation in the front of a car, pay attention to the rear view mirror. More often than not, it's been removed for a cleaner shot of the characters. People taking their eyes off the road for like 5 seconds. They always turn themselves completely around to talk to people in the backseat or beside them, as if they couldn't hear each other otherwise. I genuinely had a friend that would do that. You'd ask him a question and he'd completely look at you. It was terrifying. You'd be sitting in the backseat and he'd be driving on the interstate just staring at you. Look up front, Brian. The beatings people take and how quickly they get up from devastating blows, or when someone is not unconscious and remains so for hours to days and is totally fine. Gunshot to the leg and they can still walk, one to the lungs and they're breathing fine, one in the heart and they either die instantly or spend a whole minute talking. It is 10 to 20 seconds, not 60. People googling exactly what's happening to them and getting the answers they're looking for. Happens a lot in scary movies. A house is being haunted by the ghost of a tall man, and the owners Google tall man ghost and find exactly the article that explains who the ghost is and what happened to him. How it takes less than a week to develop a vaccine for a global pandemic, and by a brilliant scientist who was kicked out of their institution for being too radical. And it's one scientist who comes up with the final solution. They of course inject themselves with it first and have their results instantly. That's not how science works. And that's definitely not what testing a vaccine looks like. How mature the high school students look. Have you ever looked at a high school yearbook? When I was in elementary school I was so excited to be a high schooler because I would look so grown up and mature. F you Disney Channel for lying to me. Never saying goodbye or equivalent when finishing a phone call, they just hang up. Also, making plans with someone without specifying the time and or place. Him, can I take you out for dinner tonight? Her, sure, pick me up a date. Him, a date. I really should have asked for her number or her address or name or... The fight or flight response doesn't seem to exist in horror movies. If I come across a friend's dead body in the woods, my first instinct isn't to investigate the scene. I'm getting the F out of there and calling the police. Attorneys pacing around during a trial and attorneys approaching the judge without asking. My personal favorite is when a new, damning piece of evidence or witnesses is presented in the middle of trial to the complete surprise of the opposing party. Like, sorry buddy, but discovery deadline was a month ago. You should know this. Guns that magically do whatever you need them to at that moment. Fancy door won't open. Shoot the door's control panel. Door won't close. Shoot the control panel. Need to stop a countdown. Shoot it until it stops. Need to make a crane drop something, but don't know how to operate it. Do you have a gun? Any movie where the villain who is beating the shit out of the hero decides to brag or monologue before killing them, which gives the hero enough time for a sneak attack or for somebody else to intervene. In most sitcoms or series, how come nobody works? They sit around at the coffee shop all day or they're at each other's apartments or out on some crazy excursion. And they always have more than enough money, except Joey, he's always broke. When they try to casually slip in something that you just know will be crucial later on in the film. Like someone saying to the hero, how's that online course in lockpicking going? You know he'll be picking a lock at some point later. Everyone has breakfast together before heading off to work/school to get an early start, and the level of sunlight outside indicates it's about 1:35 p.m. I hate this one. Full breakfast on the table. Everyone is looking alert and awake, like they've been up for hours. Everyone is showered and dressed perfectly. Mom has 3 bagged lunches ready to go. Backpacks are within and arm's reach. Then everyone goes their different way to work/school. suppressors on a gun. They do make the gun quieter, but only to the point where you barely don't need hearing protection on. And when I say barely, I mean it would still hurt your ears a little bit. Cars that have 15 gears. I think John Wick was the only movie that did getting tired in fights right. As well as how often you would need to reload a gun. I don't care who you are, you could only full out fight someone for 30 seconds before you are exhausted.